Hey, what is up everyone? So, what we're doing today is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do, but I posted a poll on the community tab for my channel because I unlocked that the other day. And it was about and the poll was about whether you think or not play better with icons you actually like. And an overwhelming percent, I think it was like 91% of people were like, yes, I play so much better. So, this video, I thought it'd be interesting if we put that one to the test. So I have 3 icon sets that I'm going to play with in this video. I've got 5 levels each, all the same 5 levels, we'll go through them. And it'll be a lot of fun. So the first one will just be my normal icon set. We'll use that as like a control experiment. And then I have one that is really over the top, complicated, really big, just in your face sort of icons. And then some really simple, small, just very little going on icons. So mine generally sort of lean towards the more simple end, but I did make sure to try and include as many different icons as possible. So these are the levels I have. So just one UFO challenge, a ball challenge, a ship challenge. These are all parts bloodbath actually, and then the entire 9 circles wave. And I'm gonna do a practice run of Accu because I'm practicing that at the moment, and I think that could be cool to because that has all the game modes in it, obviously. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Before I start, do make sure to like and subscribe because growth has been insane, and I'd like it to keep being insane because it makes me happy. But yeah, we'll move on to UFO challenge, which is just the UFO section in Bloodbath. So we'll see how I do this. I'm pretty warmed up. I'm trying to be like consistent, hopefully, because I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like I have just now. Huh. Well, that would have almost been nice. So, yeah, I'll just show you through the challenges the first time, and I'll speed through the second and third unless something very interesting happens, which might be both good and bad. Anyway, so what this experiment's called, I think it's about rather, is the placebo effect. So like nothing's changing. Like the hitboxes between each of these sets of icons aren't changing. So theoretically, the level should be exactly the same difficulty. Like nothing should change. It should be exactly the same, but people argue it's not. So that's what this is about. Is the placebo effect like a proper thing in Geometry Dash? Oh, finally. Okay, that took me a bit longer than I'm willing to admit. We'll see how many attempts that was. So that was 39. I am just gonna write that down real quick so I don't have to look through it while editing. Alright, and we'll just move on to the ball. So I'll try and do this in quick succession as possible, so they're as close together as possible. So hopefully it limits all like the outside variables that I can't really control. So this is the ball challenge. It's probably going to be a bit easier than the UFO was comparatively, but they'll all be the same to each other, so it doesn't really matter if one's easier to the other. Also, I'm probably going to do worst on the first go round because I haven't played these as much as I will have going like the third playthrough, if that makes any sense. Ah, there we go. Okay, that was much quicker. I think that was 17 attempts. I may be mistaken. 21. Okay, I was a bit more off than I thought I was, but 21 attempts for the ball challenge. I will just mark that down real quick, and we'll go straight onto the ship challenge. Trying to do this as quick as possible. So ignore that starting bit. They're copyable because I didn't make these myself, obviously. I just yoinked some online levels and made them into copyables. It's actually these challenges because I'm spending so long on each individual section. This makes you appreciate how hard blood bath is. Never mind. I almost got excited. Because obviously, I've got Accu in this, and I've been practicing a lot of Accu. I've put a couple of attempts, like, I think I'm in the 5 digits now. Which is probably fair, considering I, started practicing it when, Deadlocked was my hardest. But I always consider them similar sort of difficulty, like easier, extreme, right? But, yeah, no. This is like a full step up, like insane to extreme demon sort of level. There we are. Okay, nice. That was the Bloodbath challenge. That was a lot of attempts. That was 43. I say the... Well, that was exciting. Apparently it's a bit stormy where I am right now. Send prayers for me. I may die. That was very loud. Anyway, back to Geometry Dash. Okay, so the next one is the wave. It's 9 circles, and I think, this is probably going to be the most different between them. I mean, obviously I've beaten this level before, but, the wave's so much of a visual game mode sort of thing that I feel like having, especially with the 9 circles too, having more or less visibility might make a really big difference when compared to the other game modes. So we'll see how that goes. This probably won't take me as long, hopefully. I mean, I've literally beaten this level before, it's not like Bloodbath. There we are. Nice, okay. That also took me longer than I'm willing to admit, but we'll see how many attempts that was. 33, okay, that's not too bad. Which is really long because each attempt was really long. Alright, so I've just marked that off, and we'll finish off the control with a run of Accu. So what I've done is, because I'm obviously not going to beat the entire level of Accu, I have 3 start positions, and I'm going to do the level in 4 runs. So yeah, we'll see how long this takes me. If it takes too long, I'll just move on, but yeah. This is more for fun than like actual experimentation. Alright, so this is the first run. We'll see if I can keep going with it somewhere. See if I can skip a start position. That would save attempts. Nah, 44. Okay, so I'm just going to go from here now and that up until 45. And then that's how I do it. So if I manage to do like 25 to, or 26 to like, what is that, 87, I'm just going to start the next position at 87. Because then I will have done it in 3 runs, which is just a better version of the 4 runs that I wanted. Also, that thunder earlier, the rain has finally come, so if you do hear that in the background, I do apologise. Hopefully the music from Geometry Dash will drown most of it out, but there's not much I can do about it, I'm afraid. Other than stop recording, and you can't have me not record. I won't be able to get a video out then. Alright, so that's 56, so now I can start here. And this is probably going to be the hardest part of it, because that's like half the level. So, and some of the hardest part of the level too, in my opinion. Anything past like 78, or 78, 70 like 2-ish, I really struggle with. So this is actually insight to my practice of Accu too, because this is obviously the extreme demon that I'm going for. I think I might have mentioned it before, I'm not entirely sure. But I finally made enough progress that I'm like comfortable mentioning it, and hopefully I'll beat it somewhat soon. Hey, so real quick, Makai from the future here, editing. The rain got incredibly heavy here very quickly, so the audio just like died. But it didn't miss much. I basically failed at this part of Accu for like 10 minutes before I just stopped recording. So we're just going to skip to like the slightly future me that recorded it a couple hours later. You won't miss much. He'll explain, hopefully. I haven't got there yet. Alright. It's been like 4 hours. It's been raining like endlessly. But I think it's done now. So I'm just gonna warm up. I'm just gonna play like a level. So hopefully I'll be as warmed up for Accu as I was. I don't know how much I'll put in of me playing Accu. I don't know how bad the rain was. But I'm gonna do it in 5 runs, not 4, because I spaced them out like really badly. And it was not going to work, so it's actually like a blessing in disguise, because I won't have to do that 4 runs over and over again. Because normally that is where my start checkpoint is a practice. I practice from like 0 to 70, 26 to 72, so it was in like an awkward position. Or at least that's my excuse, I'm just bad at the video game. But I'm just going to beat deadlocked or something, and then we'll go straight back into it. So just to like warm up, try and make it seem a bit more properly scientific. Alright, so it's just like playing from 0 again. I just restart, wash that entire thing out. Hopefully that's won't mess with like the numbers I'll get, but again, this one was mostly for fun anyways. Just to add some spice to the content, you know? Well, you know how I said that run was not gonna work? I just did it. I guess I'll take it after all that. Oh well. Okay, I just died at 98. I swear, if I do that in the actual level, like from 0, I'm gonna be very upset. Alright, there we are. Took long enough, but that is the first round actually. That is 85 attempts for that. 4 runs I guess technically. So that is me with normal icons, so that's the control. So hopefully, assuming I'm any good at editing, there'll be a thing appearing on the screen now with like the stats and all that. But yeah, I'm just going to quickly change my icons and then you get to see the abomination that I'm about to be working with. Alright, so, I don't know if you're ready for this, but that's what they look like. So, the reason I chose these icons specifically is I was trying to choose ones that took up like as much space as possible. Like just larger than their hitbox might seem, that sort of thing. It was a bit hard with the ball, but you get the drift. So hopefully, or at least my theory is, it'll make it either really easy or really hard, because it'll either seem really not punishing, like hitboxes wise, or I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't actually even play tested these, so I don't know how it's gonna work. So this will be an experience for both of us. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's been a while since I've done the UFO now. There's a lot to it. That's how I put it. But you'll notice I didn't change my icon colors. It's because I want to try and keep that variables control as possible, because having a red icon on a red level is definitely going to make the level harder than, say, like my green and white sort of thing. So that's less of a I forgot the word. There we are. Oh, no, never mind. I got excited. I forgot I needed to click. That's really unfortunate. There we are. Okay, first try. Don't even worry about it. So we'll see how many attempts that was, and I will just quickly check how many attempts it took me the first time. So that was 2 less attempts than it took me with the control. But yeah, move on to the ball, which is probably the most tame one, I think, in terms of how much it would change, like, mentally. There's just a bit more going on in the ball. I couldn't really find anything that sort of like went out of that, other than the one you'll see in the next icon set, which, oh my god. There we are, nice. We'll see how many attempts that took me. I think it might have been more than the first time though. That's like my guess, 68. Wow, that actually took me way more attempts. It only took me 21 the first time, and that took me 68, that's a really big jump. So I don't know if I just played badly, but I didn't think the ball would have affected that much. But yeah, I don't know. It's food for thought, I suppose. I'm going to move on to the ship now. I think the ship is going to be the most drastic one, other than maybe the wave for this one specifically, because oh my god, this ship is something else. It's just so tall. Why is it so tall? I almost one attempted it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I should main this ship. Bro, that was so quick. Maybe I have to main the ship. I think this is going to be my main ship from now on. Alright, so for context, that took me 43 the first time around. It took me 6 this time around. Oh my god. But yeah, move on to the 9 circles challenge now, with the wave that I'm pretty sure most of the top players use, right? I think so. I don't really watch them. We'll see. This actually is really easy to see. I'm going to be honest, I just chose it because I thought it looked bad. What? Maybe I have to use that wave. Oh my, that made it really easy. There we are. Nice. Okay. So, I see why the top players all use this wave now. It looks atrocious, but that's really good to play with. I mean, I sucked a lot during the mini wave, but the main one, that was played really well. That was 28 attempts, which was 5 less attempts than the control that I played. So I'm having some interesting swings here. So we'll go with Accu now, and we'll see how many this will be, I guess. Nice. Okay, there we are. I think that was quicker. I think that was quicker than the first time I played. Okay, so that took me 64 attempts. The first time it took me 85. So that's a pretty that's like a 25%-ish increase. This icon set, I actually generally had less attempts, but when I had more attempts, I had a lot more attempts, which is interesting. It's sort of weird. That's strange. But yeah, so I'm gonna move on to the third and final icon set now. Give me half a second. Which looks like this and doesn't look as abhorrent. But I just sort of chose icons that were small, less to them, like physically, just less surface area sort of thing. So yeah, that's as much as I could find, and we'll go through the cycle one last time. I'll do this really quick so you don't have to watch me do it a third time, unless something really interesting happens. But yeah, we'll get straight back into it if I can find the button. There we are, UFO. Oh, that cube's so weird. No offense, Sniffy, but... Okay, I just one attempted it. Okay. What? One attempt. That was mildly quicker than the first two times. Oh my god. Who knew the default UFO was so powerful? So well, I guess we'll just move straight into the ball, and I don't know how I feel about this ball, I'm gonna be honest. It's very small, like there's just so little to it. It's really off. I don't really know if there's any better way I could describe it. It just feels off. There we are, nice. Okay, I think that took me sort of in between the two. 45, yeah, I was exactly right. Like halfway in between both of them. And then, yeah, so we'll just move on to the ship again, trying to do this as quickly as possible because this video is probably long enough already. There we are, finally. Oh, that took me a long time. I don't know how much compared to the other ones. That was 66 attempts. Let me check real quick. And 555 seconds. That's nice. Yeah, so that took me way longer than both of them. Obviously not the 6 attempts, but also more than the 40 odd it took me the second time. The first time, rather. But yeah, we'll just move on to the wave. Oh, this is weird. It just seems so unnecessarily skinny. I don't know how to feel about this. It feels better when it's mini, though. I'll give it that. I don't know, the trail just seems really thick for how skinny the wave is. Nice. Okay, I don't actually know how many attempts that was. I wasn't looking. 22. Give me 1 second. I will check that. Alright, that's actually the fastest I've done it. I did it in 28 and 33. Which is interesting. I'm actually beating the first time I did it most of the time. So I'm just going to quickly do Accu. I'll just skip right to the end. And then I will put it all on a very nice looking graph. And we'll see how this goes. And we'll see what the stats are like, actually. There we are. Okay. That felt really quick. Yeah, 47 attempts. So, yeah. That's pretty impressive, actually, for the icons. But I am just gonna please take me back. But yeah, I'm gonna leave you here. You'll see a future me who's done editing, who's got all the stats up, and we'll be analyzing it, hopefully, and do the outro. So... And that is that. So, as you can see, I've been putting out throughout the video. This is the table of all the attempts. Looking at it now, they're mostly the same. There's a couple outliers, obviously, like the one attempt UFO, but like, most of this is like sort of just average. Like, some are really high in some bits and really low in others, and like vice versa. So I can't really, after all of this, I don't think from this very small sample size that the placebo effect is much of a thing in Geometry Dash. And I think that like icons don't matter at all. Obviously, preference and what they look like, but I don't think it affects your actual inbuilt ability to play Geometry Dash. Looking at this now, and before I do make that conclusion, I would encourage anyone who's still curious about this to try the experiment themselves. Do what I did. Play a couple levels, see if they like count up your attempts and see if you play noticeably better or worse. But yeah, that's about all I have to say now. I've been editing for the last 17 trillion hours. Help me. But I am just going to end the video here. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, do like and subscribe. That'll help me out a lot. Thank you. I'm sorry about the audio quality. I don't know what happened after the rain. I think my mic settings might have been messed up with all the static from the rain, and I didn't actually realize before it was too late, which is really unfortunate, but I don't know if there's much I can do about that. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you for still being around here, and I will see you later. Goodbye.